Alice Cooper, elected. Don't forget to register to vote, please. Straight up at noon, welcome. It's the all-new voice of Laguna. Delighted that you're with us. It's an absolutely gorgeous and perfect. It's fall-like, even though fall has not struck yet. It's fall-like here along the Southern California coastline. I hope wherever it is you're listening to us from across the globe, it's equally beautiful for you. As I've been telling you all morning long, excited about this conversation. Kimberly Laughlin is the founder and owner of a business called The Green Parade. The Green Parade is brand building. It is digital signals, or digital signage, growth tactics for your business. And by the time we're done with this conversation, you'll know all about her, and hopefully she can help you and your business. Thank you for being here, Kimberly. How are you?
My pleasure. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for, first of all, thank you for offering our listeners an opportunity to understand what it is you do. Brand building. If we have a business in town that's looking to build their brand, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, I work with them. First and foremost, get to know who they are, what they stand for, and then how to best really communicate that to the people that matter. Really try to focus on authenticity. So, we're not trying to do anything like particularly gimmicky. Really want to get to like the meaning and what's most important. And really help them package it up in a way that feels true to who they are.
Right. And when someone reaches out to you, the very first conversation, what is that like? What is it you try to find out about them and their needs?
Yeah, just understand them, maybe what they've tried in the past and what hasn't worked, and perhaps pose some potential solutions. But really, it's just about like getting to know them as a human and what their goals are and seeing if I can help them along the way.
Right. And what kind of growth tactics might you use?
Really?
A business, let's say it's a business that's been around a little bit and is just looking to grow.
Yep. I would say really it's just getting word out, and finding the most like impactful tactics to do so. Right. For some people that could be digital advertising. Some businesses don't yet even have like a web presence, so they need either a website or a complete refresh on their website.
Right.
Maybe it's not doing them much benefit in terms of like really portraying who they are. So really the full shebang, starting from like how you talk about yourself, and then the various ways that you can bring that to life, be it through like social media, your website, like I mentioned, really can pretty much take it across any channel.
I want to stay on websites for a second because your company offers not just the building of a website if someone doesn't have one, but it offers refinements if they do have one and you see stuff that they might need.
Yep.
Okay. And in building a website, where's the road? Where does that website eventually have to lead? Directly to customers coming in their door, or attention on social media? Where does the website have to go?
Yeah. So, the tactics that we do ultimately drive back to the website. Okay. And your website ultimately should have a goal. Right. If you're trying to drive conversions, trying to drive sales, ultimately the website is kind of the hub. Right. And you can gather information there as well. It's a very important piece of the puzzle. Right.
And in your experience when dealing with a new business, what are the most common mistakes that a new business owner will make?
Sometimes there's inherent skepticism just around like the efficacy of marketing, and sometimes, they might not see the value like right from the onset. Right. But it's trusting that, if you're working with somebody who knows what they're doing, they can get it in front of the right eyeballs, right, which really is everything.
Right. Talk to us about digital signage.
Yeah,
please.
So that's something we're really excited about.
I got excited about it. I find that fascinating. Yes,
it's kind of a unique concept. So really, one of the big things that we're currently doing. So I live here in Laguna, live here with my husband, our 2 kids, but I come from Chicago. We lived there for about 13 years. Right. And in Chicago...
It's my understanding you came out here just for one summer or 1 year of sunshine.
Yes, that was the plan. And then you fall in love, and then the rest is history.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't expect to stay here, but Laguna's got this special magic, and now we're here about almost 5 years later.
Right.
So one of the things we noticed is like, I mean, opportunities in Chicago abound in terms of marketing. Like it's easy. You can do out of home, you can do billboards. Here in Laguna, like, I mean, it's smaller and you don't have as many opportunities to really get the word out.
Right.
So what we're doing, we're really excited. It's called a digital signage network. And we're working with local businesses to put screens up in their businesses, and then other businesses throughout town can pay to advertise on it. So it's a local play. I can't say names just yet, just
Right.
because of where we are in the phase, but we've got
Right.
some really awesome local businesses on the docket, and we're really working now to get advertisers on the network. And really, it's just about businesses getting their brand out.
So I'm going to have you just kind of break it down for me a little more. Let's just say I were to have a monitor here. It's essentially a monitor, right?
Yep.
A monitor here in studio. Other businesses would pay you to advertise on that monitor. Would I, as the person who has the monitor at my business, also receive payment of any kind?
So you actually would be showing up throughout the network.
Okay.
And I mean, ideally, we're hovering around the number 10. It'll probably be maybe a little bit more.
Right.
You'll be showing up all throughout town, and it's going to extend into South Laguna. We're going to be down into the canyon.
Right.
So it's really kind of encompassing town.
Right.
And yeah, so you're absolutely getting that value in terms of showing up.
I'm going to ask our studio audience for just a minute. You're being a little bit on the distracting side. If you wouldn't mind just stepping back a little bit, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. So if some of the branding assets of a company are logo design. How do you help with logo design?
Absolutely can do it. So my company is called The Green Parade, and if it's not something I do, I've got a very awesome collective of people that excel at it.
Right.
So yeah, I've got people I work with
Right.
just from over 20, actually not 20. I'm not going to date myself. Almost 20 years
Right.
in the industry.
So since you were 2.
Yes. Yes, we'll go with that. Preconception.
All right. Tell us about some of the people you work with. Kirby. Tell us about Kirby.
Kirby is a very, very talented creative director.
Okay.
She currently is working with Honest, the Jessica Alba brand.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
she's a creative director over there.
Okay.
Really, really tap into her for things on the design side. She's
Right.
very talented.
All right. And you know your strengths and you know what you're not strong at, so you look for and hire people that are strong where
Absolutely. Yeah.
you
My
need it.
background is more on the writing side.
Right.
Ultimately, she and I are both creative directors, but her background is more design, so we
Right.
really can help balance each other in
Right.
that way.
Talk to us about Heather.
Heather, she's been a friend for a very long time. Super, super talented photographer.
Right.
She's kind of found her niche in doing interiors photography.
Right.
And she's worked with Nate Berkus, which is forever
Oh.
going to be like a design crush of mine. Both he and his husband.
Right.
But yeah, she's just one of those people that's just as kind as she is talented.
Okay. And before I ask you about Anthony, I want to talk about your writing because that's your background is writing.
Yep.
And when copywriting on a website, especially because you have to get the message across quickly but succinctly and you have to be detailed.
Yep.
What goes into copywriting and telling your story online or on a website?
I think one of the most important parts is really like understanding the voice of both the business and the person behind it.
Right.
Because you want to be, again, authentic to who they are. So it's about conveying your message, but doing so in a way that feels, true.
Right.
And getting their message across.
Is there anything, does anything beat handshaking and looking someone in the eye when attempting to get business?
Oh gosh. Honestly, no. Like, I mean, I've never been in sales. This is all completely new to me. And my husband and I, we just we started this old school style in that we were like, you know what? Like, let's go door to door. Let's have our business cards. Let's have our information to hand out to people. But let's, let them know, like, we live here too. And these are the things we've heard from businesses. Does this sound right? What are you experiencing? And I think listening and learning, and I mean, we've even pivoted just based on like things that we've learned talking to local business owners. has given us a bit of an inside track because we know their pain points.
Right.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, besides that, like, I have been 100% remote since COVID hit, meaning like my team, when I worked at my most recent company, was overseas or in San Francisco. So I never saw another human ever aside from being on Zoom. And I didn't think it bothered me until I started doing this. And I was, again, face to face with people and like you said, shaking hands. And like, I, as a human, am feeling so much more like reinvigorated. And it's doing good things.
Yeah, there is no sense of connection like
Right.
personal connection.
Yep.
And I was thinking about how you passed by the radio station, we had a chance to talk, and this conversation is now taking place. Had you sent me just an email on the website or something, not that it wouldn't have happened, but I would think it would be less likely to have happened.
Sure. Yeah.
So I do think that personal connection is a great starter, but you do need, as a business, you need all of the other things that you provide: the branding assets, the copywriting, website optimization. What is an SEO strategy?
It's really just understanding like the keywords that need to be incorporated and not incorporating them in a spammy way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, for instance, like I get the Google notices, and this is how many hits you had this week. I get that. Is there a mistake that people generally make when doing their own?
I think so. And in full transparency, like because we are a collective, I am not the resident SEO expert. So I would have one of my other kind of cohorts in the collective lead the charge on answering all of those questions.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
And would that be Anthony?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
no, although I'm sure he's very skilled in SEO.
Tell us about Anthony. How'd you find him?
Anthony, he's a friend too. So, yep, he's very talented. He's doing his thing, usually in LA.
Right.
He's worked with some really, really big brands, and he's, done some TV spots that I think we would all recognize.
Right.
Yeah, he's quite the guy.
Let's go back to digital signage for a second. I'm fascinated by it, first
Sure.
of all. You provide the monitors for the businesses?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And different businesses, different wall space, different sized monitors?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we can be nimble on all of that. I
Right.
guess just because it's my husband and I, so we can be flexible and accommodate the needs of the business. But yeah, we provide the TV for the host venue. We do the installation, so it's really no out-of-pocket cost for anybody who agrees to be a host.
Right.
And then again, they're showing up around town.
And what facilitates the network?
So then the network. So ideally, it's going to be like around the 10 or so monitors around town.
Right.
So that is the network per se. But then the advertisers, it'll be essentially a rotating loop
Right.
of ads
Right.
that are showing up on those screens. And I mean, obviously, we'll do it so that nobody's advertising for a competitor
Right.
or, somebody in a very similar
Right.
vertical.
Right.
And if all goes according to plan, there'll be some breaks from with like a local surf report and some things that would be also value adds.
Would there be music?
You want to cut a deal? We can do it right here and right now. Like,
I'm just curious that as someone looks at something, much like we do online, when you go on and you see a TikTok video or
Yep.
something, there's music behind it in a lot of cases.
Right.
I'm just curious about that.
there's no sound. So
Okay.
if somebody wanted to run an ad that had sound, they would provide the closed captioning.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because in that way, we don't want to be like super disruptive.
Right. So
Yep.
you don't want to distract from the business itself that has the monitor.
Totally.
Have you researched how long a shot? Like, for instance, I'm looking at the monitor and there's Voice of Laguna. How long is the image up before it moves on to the next one?
15 seconds.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a
the
good amount of time,
traditional- Yeah. Obviously, the opportunity to pay for more if they want it a little bit longer.
Right. You were very patient and very cool. I should tell the audience right now, we have a studio audience as well that hangs out and they watch stuff. and they watch the interviews. This one was a little. She got in our faces a little bit here, man. Thank you for
We're
being
rolling
patient.
with it. Yep.
Yeah. So the idea for the business. It's a great business. It's a great business idea.
Thank you.
Where did it come from?
The marketing has always been just kind of my background.
Right.
So the marketing side of things is more in my wheelhouse.
Right.
And then the digital signage is all my husband / business partner.
Right.
Yeah, that was his brainchild, and he has been instrumental in helping. Like,
Right.
you saw me walking by, he's doing just as much,
Right.
if not behind the scenes, as well as like going into businesses.
Right.
So
And in a community like this is, we say there's 23,000 people, but there's really only like 16,000 residents that live here permanently. And it's a hamlet of sorts where I think this is a great idea for this type of community.
Yep.
Could it be as successful in a Chicago, for instance?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm never going to say no to the potential of growth,
Right.
be it throughout the beach cities or elsewhere.
Right.
I mean, we didn't invent this idea. We didn't invent this model, but it is very interesting for Laguna.
Right.
And I think it's a very, it'll be a really strong case that we're building here.
Right.
Yeah.
And where you said 10 a little while ago, 10 or 12, again, if it becomes 20 to 30 to 40 businesses that want to take advantage of this,
Yep.
Even more ideal for those that have already taken advantage of it.
Totally.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you're up on 39 other screens at that point.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all about visibility.
Yeah. And maintenance of this, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, maintenance of the digital signage. You've already got that. If
Yeah,
if
we got it.
if a business goes, hey man, my monitor went out. What's
Yeah,
Right.
that's totally covered by us as well.
Okay.
Thankfully, the technology is really simple.
Right.
It's really just like a USB port that gets plugged into a TV. It can even be an existing TV. It doesn't have to be one we provide. And as long as there's Wi-Fi, there really should be no issues.
Can we talk about cost?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's talk about that. Let's do it.
So, like I mentioned, the host venues,
Right.
they don't pay a thing.
Right.
So they're getting the TV, they're showing up on ads around town and all of that.
Right.
And then for advertising, what we're looking at currently, and we're starting our outreach this week really to get advertisers, $750
Okay.
a month.
Okay.
And one thing that my husband and I really want to do is we want to prioritize Laguna Beach businesses. So
Right.
we're willing to do like some semblance of a sliding scale if
Right.
that's not feasible.
Right.
Just because we know, like, I mean, it is a lot of like small to medium sized businesses around town, and we want to. Part of what this is a community play. You
Right.
know, like this is in Laguna. You're essentially helping your neighbors by helping promote their businesses. So.
Right.
Really trying to find various ways to make it work for people.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. I think that's pretty cool. Where you don't want to advertise for a competitor, let's say.
Yep.
Would that make a restaurant, for instance, off limits?
So that's interesting too. Like one thing that we worked through is a bit of like a taxonomy. And thankfully there's enough variety in terms of like cafe, or you could be a restaurant where you are served food, or you're a restaurant where it's more like grab and go. So you can help delineate that way.
Right.
And then, you know, we want to work with businesses, and if there's any like push or pull, like do everything we can to make them like most comfortable with where they fit in the matrix.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's beautiful. All right. Thank you. And how would our listeners that have a business that want to take advantage of this contact you?
Well, you can find me at thegreenparade.com.
Okay.
And yeah, just really, really grateful to be here and to have this opportunity to help local businesses and really, really dig in here at Laguna.
I love creative ideas. I love jumping in with both feet, which apparently it is what you did. And where'd you come up with the name Green Parade?
You know, we toiled over this for so long.
It was
and
toiling, actual toiling involved.
it means absolutely nothing.
Right.
Like, it's two words
Right.
I mean, parade inherently is like celebratory.
Right.
And then green felt like a great descriptor.
Right.
I'm Irish, so we've got some marketing back to that. And
Right.
But yeah, it's just, we feel like it has good energy.
All right. Kimberly Laughlin, The Green Parade. Tell us where they find you again, thegreenparade.com.
You got it.
It's that simple. It's that easy.
Simple. Come on over.
Reach out to her. Come on back and let's catch up at some other point as well, all right?
Sounds great.
All right.
Thank you.
Kimberly Laughlin at The Green Parade. If you're looking for more information, you can buzz me here at the radio station. I'd be happy to help.
From Laguna Beach to Myrtle Beach to the Jersey Shore, the best music on the planet is on